Ooh, this looks different. There's loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of papers. But there was a credits. I didn't expect that. I really have to say that this has been really nicely done, this full game. I can certainly say that. And it's been throughoutly interesting and a fun travel through the universe.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
I'm looking over my shoulder all the time. Can't see my feet. Which is bad. Very, very bad. Let's close that. Yes, someone is following me all the time. Where's the right computer? I want to find the computer which wants my input, but it's not here. I'm sad. I'm saddened that I cannot find my computer. Ah, so sad.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I was there. I was among the lights. Do we go forward with the story? Do we not go forward with the story? It closed. Closed behind me immediately. You need me here.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Everything is suddenly just like it used to be.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Very intriguing. Are you that computer? Yes, yes. Awaiting input. Input received. Awesome. Thank you. One more input into the computer.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course,
I couldn't know
Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Stanley simply began entering random codes into the keypad, knowing full well the sheer statistical unlikelihood that this would ever result in a correct combination. If he knew that the combo was 2845, it would be another story entirely. But no, this is what he was going to do instead.
2845.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
It is.
He stepped
indeed
into the newly opened passageway.
It is indeed very amazing. Very amazing indeed. Link plus. Very amazing possibilities. What's in here? Nothing very good go, I suppose, apparently. Ah, that's sad. Here's those kind of same kind of falls as we saw in that one other place. And that is indeed a shadow. A shadow of a button. A red button at that. Red button that would dictate our full journey. Is it not the case?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
Indeed.
This question would not go unanswered for long.
I suppose it wouldn't.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that
If
read
light is
Mind
on,
Control
call
Facility.
X 914 immediately. But there's this other escape on the left. I don't need to go to Mind Control Facility, I can escape. That's what I'm gonna do. I thought that I remembered that there might have been actually a way in here. So yes, we're gonna escape. We're not gonna
Although
go
this
there.
passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
But I couldn't know that. It's my escape route.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Well, he couldn't know that, you know. He couldn't know that it would be his death. Even if it would be. That doesn't look very promising, though. Is this our end? I suppose it is. I suppose it is. Our very end. Our very own end. Right here, right now. We're not dead. Yet.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
I'm not gonna acknowledge it.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
But that didn't happen. We're not crushed to death. This is very intriguing. Very intriguing indeed. But we were let off. The Stanley Parable. Awesome. Just wanna save a screenshot.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever.
Indeed.
What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
That is a very good question. There is something behind here. It looks very much indeed different art style, that's for sure.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Indeed. In a way, that is true, because then we don't have choice, because all the possible choices have already been created for us. Some of these questions could be asked about some other things as well, but at least here we've kind of died already plenty of times. Nature paintings. All the nature paintings are here. Stanley computer is here. Here's office layout. The blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development through the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. So, is this our office? Yes, this is our office. Then there's this area. Then we go through here, go here, through this hallway, to the area where we can choose one of the 2 doors. Indeed. Very nice that they created this kind of a place for us. Corridor. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the 2 doors in a good time. Indeed, the 2 doors. The set of 2 doors, open doors, was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley parable design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the corridors this room posed. Contradiction. Yeah, exploration of the contradiction this room posed. About the choice. Filing cabinets. Yes, indeed, they are filing cabinets. These are office computers. Ah. I cannot put it on back. I would like to play that game. Employee database. I cannot really see and make it. It started again. Ah, they're all off. That's the decision I'm gonna be making, that they're off. This is an office table. The office. 1, 2, and 3. Are those never in the game? I'm not sure. Maybe they're not in the game. Button sounds. A selected sound used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of keyboard stroke and a synchronized tone. I don't know if I've heard that one before. Credits. Here are the credits again. Stanley Parable credits. And the impeccable Kevin Brighton as team narrator. Yes.